Someone who has studied in a tribal school, now you're owning 69 schools across India. How did that happen? How did you start it?
मेरा बैंक बैलेंस बस 2000 रुपया था, उसी से चालू किया। आज इतना बड़ा जो एम्पायर जो बनाया। There is a difference between desire and burning desire. Unless you have the burning desire, you cannot achieve anything. I think I have that burning desire of whatever I'm today. Like Spider-Man, Superman, Batman movies are there. Like that, people they call me is a school man because Xerox machine जैसे छापता है school.
Everything that looks happening looks trendy. बच्चों को लगता है कि हम लोग को मिस नहीं करना चाहिए. We should go. But ये education sector में FOMO parents को हो जाता है कि they see big posters, big brands, celebrities endorsing schools and institutions. They feel like कि बच्चा पढ़ेगा तो इधर ही पढ़ेगा.
I strongly oppose such type of educational system. My educational concept is totally different. Like I have two brands. One is St. Xavier's, one is Krishnamurti World School. In Krishnamurti World School, we teach about Indian values, Indian traditions. We don't say good morning there. We say Jai Shri Krishna. Whereas in St. Xavier's, it is a secular school. So we don't teach any religion here.
I will just assume this thing. I think Shah Rukh Khan is one of your favorite actors.
Oh, he was, not now.
You look so stylish. If I can ask you, what is your age currently?
संत लोग को कभी पूछना चाहिए क्या है?
Someone who came, that far from zero to this position. Do you enjoy money right now? You have just nominated as Senior Joint Secretary of Athletic Federation of India. Yeah, what is the job role of being in such a big position?
Whoever goes to Olympics, whoever goes for Commonwealth Games, whoever goes for Asian Games or Southeastern Games, whatever it is, this body is there to select the players and all. Like Neeraj Chopra is going. So I am part of the selection committee in that.
You mentioned about you met Neeraj Chopra. How he is as a person?
Wonderful person. Gem of a person. I asked him, how could you know that you are very good in javelin throw? You know what he replied? He said, Patna.
Why we are so obsessed with the academics? Why can't we do the same with the sports? China is having a budget of 27,000 crore for the sports and we are having a budget of 3,000 crore. And the population is more than China. So what wrong we are doing? Hi guys, welcome to OD Podcast. This is RJ Som. हर एक एपिसोड के साथ OD Podcast में हम लोग कोशिश करते हैं कि आपको कुछ वैल्यू मिले. और आज जो हमारे गेस्ट हैं इन द पॉडकास्ट वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न लेसन्स बियॉन्ड द क्लासरूम. हम लोग ये सीखेंगे कि हाउ टू ड्रीम, हाउ टू अचीव दोज थिंग्स दैट यू हैव ऑलवेज वांटेड. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट समवन हु वाज अ यंग बॉय विद जीरो मनी इन हिज अकाउंट टू बिकम अ मिलियनेयर. उन्होंने क्या सही किया और हम लोगों को क्या सही करना चाहिए. इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी मोटिवेशनल, इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी वेरी इंफॉर्मेटिव एंड इट इज़ गोइंग टू ओपन आवर आइज कि हमें किस तरह से चीज़ों को करना चाहिए एंड व्हाट आर द राइट थिंग्स दैट वी शुड डू एज अ स्टूडेंट, एज अ यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर, एज पेरेंट, एज एवरीथिंग. इस एपिसोड में बहुत सारे वैल्यूज आपको मिलेंगे इन डिफरेंट टाइम स्टैम्प्स, इन डिफरेंट सेगमेंट्स. हम इसको मेंशन करेंगे इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन सो दैट आप आपके फेवरेट सेगमेंट पे जा सकें एंड इसको देख सकें. वी आर गोइंग टू हैव विथ अस मिस्टर GS पटनायक, द चेयरमैन एंड द मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर ऑफ Xavier चेन ऑफ स्कूल्स. उनसे बहुत सारी बातें होंगी. आई एम श्योर यू आर गोइंग टू लव दिस एपिसोड एंड डू गिव अस योर फीडबैक. एंड बहुत सारे आप में से ऐसे हैं जो कि एपिसोड्स देखते हैं बट यू हैव नॉट सब्सक्राइब्ड इट, सो प्लीज डू सब्सक्राइब टू OD पॉडकास्ट सो दैट आने वाले दिनों में हम और भी ऐसे कमाल के एपिसोड्स आपके लिए लेके आए. Do watch this episode and enjoy the show. So sir, first of all, thank you so much for coming on OD podcast. हम लोग से थोड़ा शुरू से शुरू करते हैं. We'll start from the beginning because जब आपका मैंने articles पढ़ा, I saw your profile, I get to know you. I was surprised. So there are so many things I thought कि हम बातें कर सकते हैं. So I want to know from the beginning, थोड़ा सा अपने childhood के बारे में सब बताइए.
I am from Koraput, Odisha. That time it was very, very remote. Now we can find the rail link and the flight links, but in those days it was not like that. So my father was a government employee and I did my schooling from a tribal school, Porza school in Koraput. And after that I did my high school in Koraput only. My college, everything in Koraput district only. I did my graduation, then I did my post-graduation at Berhampur, then I did my master's in education also from Berhampur. And I was the university topper in master's in education. Till that time I was not knowing that I'm very good at education. I identified about my quality, my interest in education when my father asked me to join B.Ed college. And when I joined, I was not interested to join in B.Ed college. I was forced rather to join the B.Ed college. Until then, I was not knowing that I was having more interest in education, and from there my journey started in the field of education.
आपकी स्टडीज हुई एक ट्राइबल स्कूल में. एंड जब हम लोग ट्राइबल स्कूल की बातें करते हैं एंड नाउ यू आर ओनिंग आई थिंक 69 स्कूल्स,
राइट।
तो मुझे थोड़ा उसके बारे में बताइए कि ट्राइबल स्कूल में आपका कैसा था बचपन, वहाँ पे कैसा था? बिकॉज व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट योर चाइल्डहुड आई थिंक इट इज 70s 80s,
या अर्ली 70s।
early 70s, so I want to know about that. क्योंकि हम लोग कहते हैं ना, जब पुराने ज़माने की बातें होते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं पे वो एक बचपन अलग होता है जब हमारे पास टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं था। हम लोग सुबह सुबह स्कूल जाते थे, कोई चल के जाता था, बीच में जामुन तोड़ लेते थे, सुबह सुबह पापा जी बरामदा में बैठे होते हैं और वो म्यूज़िक चल रहा होता है विविध भारती का। सो दैट्स ए होल डिफरेंट एसेंस ऑफ दोज टाइम व्हेन वी कंपेयर टू अभी जब हम सुबह उठते हैं नोटिफिकेशन के साथ, व्हाट्सएप के बहुत सारे नोटिफिकेशन, मेल रिस्पॉन्स। सो कैसा आप कंपेयर करेंगे टू बोथ द थिंग्स? एंड इसके साथ साथ थोड़ा ट्राइबल स्कूल का मुझे एक्सपीरियंस बताइए।
मज़ा था उस टाइम पे, बहुत ही मज़ा था। हम लोग को रियल लाइफ क्या है उसी टाइम हमको मालूम था, रिलेशनशिप के ऊपर। मेरे को याद है मैं जब स्कूल में पढ़ाई करता था, आई एम टॉकिंग ऑफ अर्ली 70s, व्हेन आई वाज इन स्टूडेंट ऑफ ए ट्राइबल स्कूल। आई डिड माई स्कूलिंग बिकॉज ऑफ माई फादर्स पोस्टिंग, बिकॉज ही वॉज इन अ गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस, collectorate. So in Koraput, in Sunabad, I did my schooling. I mean the primary school and upper primary and all these things. We did not have the benches. We used to sit on the floor. हम लोग घर से लेके जाते थे वो कपड़ा जो स्कूल के नीचे जो फ्लोर के ऊपर डाल के हम लोग बैठते थे। आई रिमेंबर इन दोज डेज देयर वाज नो यूनिफॉर्म ऑल्सो। हमारा जो प्री प्राइमरी की बात करो या तो प्राइमरी की बात कीजिए, वी डिड नॉट हैव यूनिफॉर्म ऑल्सो, वी यूज्ड टू गो लाइक दैट। एंड किताब लेके जाओ, सुबह से लेके शाम तक क्लासेस होता था। ट्यूशन्स की बात नहीं था उस टाइम पे, ट्यूशन्स इतना नहीं था। ट्यूशन्स का कल्चर बाद में आया, 80s में आया, बट इन अर्ली 70s ट्यूशन का कल्चर नहीं था, जो भी घर में पढ़ाई करते थे। बट बिकॉज माई फादर वॉज वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट एंड ही यूज टू टेक क्लासेस ऑफ आवर्स। को अभी भी याद है, सुबह 3 बजे अर्ली मॉर्निंग ही यूज टू टेक आवर क्लासेस along with my brothers and sisters. और उस टाइम पे पनिशमेंट वाज कॉमन। सिर्फ बात नहीं होता था, फिर हाथ चलता था पिताजी का। अगर पढ़ाई ठीक नहीं होता तो फिर मार पड़ता था मुझ पर। बातें कम होता था, लात ज़्यादा होता था। मैं भी उसी के कारण आज लोग हम सुधरे हुए। आज के डेट में तो एजुकेशन को इफ़ यू कंपेयर विद दोज डेज, इट्स लाइक क्राइम। यू कैनॉट आस्क से चाइल्ड स्टूपिड चाइल्ड, because the law of the soil is you will be behind the bars if you are going to do all these things, whether you are a school teacher or there is your parent. If the child is going to report in the station, you are finished. But in our days, in school, in घर में मार बहुत पड़ता था। स्कूल में जब मार पड़ता था, घर में अभी कंप्लेन करते थे, पापा बोलते थे अच्छा हुआ, 2 ज़्यादा होना चाहिए था, आई विल टेल यू अ टीचर टू। सो दिस वाज आवर कंडीशन, बट वी वर वेरी हैप्पी। आज की डेट में बच्चा को गाली दोगे तो बच्चा बहुत अदरवाइज लेता है। उस टाइम पे हमको इतना मार पड़ता था, नील डाउन होता था, हम लोग बेंच के ऊपर खड़े होते थे, फिर भी वी वर लाइक शेमलेस, वी वर नॉट बॉदरिंग अबाउट द पनिशमेंट। हम लोग मस्ती करते थे, पनिशमेंट के अंदर भी मस्ती चल रहा था हम लोग का। वी यूज्ड टू टेक इन ए वेरी स्पोर्टिव वे। हम लोग बैठ के मस्ती करते थे उस टाइम पे। तो तब हमारे पास ना चप्पल था पहनने के लिए, स्कूल के अंदर पहनने के लिए, हम लोग खाली नंगे पाँव में जाते थे। आई रिमेंबर रात को हम शाम को जब घर आते थे, मेरा ग्रैंड मदर शी यूज्ड टू टेक आउट सो मेनी नेल्स फ्रॉम माई फीट, रोज़ निकलता था। तो इट वाज एजेंसी एरिया, उस टाइम पे कोल्ड भी बहुत जाता था। हम लोग पानी बाहर के पानी पीते थे, तो कोई आजकल सब मिनरल वाटर पीते थे। उस टाइम पे तो हम जैसे कुएं के सामने बैठ के सीधा पानी पीते थे। बहुत रफ एंड टफ थे। हमारा घर के सामने एक माउंटेन था, अभी जो जगन्नाथ टेम्पल है, उस माउंटेन के ऊपर हम दिन में कम से कम 100 बार अप एंड डाउन करते थे। नंगे पाँव में दौड़ते जाते थे, खेलते थे। इवन आई रिमेंबर व्हेन यूज्ड टू प्ले दैट टाइम, उस टाइम पे बहुत भालू थे कोरापुट में, बियर्स। सो दे यूज्ड टू कम, वी यूज्ड टू रन, बियर्स दे यूज्ड टू चेज अस। हम भाग के आते थे। तो जैसे आपने बोला जामुन के लिए या तो काजू के लिए हम लोग जाते थे। कोरापुट इज़ फुल ऑफ काजू फ्रूट्स जो होते थे। तो 2-3 बार ऐसा हुआ, भालू आके हमको चेज़ किया, हमने भाग के वहाँ से निकले। लेकिन जो भी था मज़ा था, मस्ती था। एंड आज जो भी मैं हूँ, फिजिकली फिटनेस की बात कीजिए या तो फ्लेक्सिबल कीजिए, जो भी आज है, इट इज़ बिकॉज ऑफ माई चाइल्डहुड। बिकॉज हम बचपन में अननोइंगली इतना एक्सरसाइज किए, जो पहाड़ के ऊपर आज की डेट में एक बार चढ़ना बहुत मुश्किल है। उस टाइम हम 100 बार जो खेलते थे, ऊपर जाके नीचे ऊपर होते थे। Maybe that is the one of the reason which is I'm strong today. We are disease free. We don't have at this age also कोई ailments like BP, sugar, touch wood. ये सब नहीं, इट इज़ ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ माई चाइल्डहुड. सो दैट चाइल्डहुड, अभी हम लोग सोचते थे, आई फील वेरी बैड फॉर द चिल्ड्रन नाउ. They are into air conditioned classrooms, they are coming by school buses, they are having computers, they are having everything, but they don't have real friends. But I am very proud to say, जब हम लोग पर्जा स्कूल में पढ़ते थे, हमारा जो दोस्ती था बच्चों के साथ, मेरा फ्रेंड्स के साथ, आज भी वो दोस्ती है. आज भी हम मिलते हर साल. उसके अंदर आईपीएस ऑफिसर्स निकले, आईएएस ऑफिसर्स निकले, मेरे जैसे काफ़ी एंटरप्रेन्योर्स निकले. आज यूएस में भी काफ़ी लोग सेटल हो गए. बट हर साल हम लोग कोरापुट में, जयपुर में, जब हम लोग स्कूल आलमुनी मीट होते, सब आते हैं. हम 1-2 दिन, अभी लास्ट 29 दिसंबर को था स्कूल में. हमारे टीचर्स भी आज जो जीवित है वो भी आते हैं, हमको ब्लेसिंग देते हैं, अच्छा लगता है. बट वो कल्चर धीरे धीरे अभी ख़त्म हो रहा है, जो बहुत दुख की बात है. एंड आई फील आई एम वेरी लकी टू बी पार्ट ऑफ दैट एरिया, 70s एरिया.
सो मुझे लगता है ये 70s 80s और 90s के जो बच्चे हैं, जब टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं था, तो वो जो मेमोरी था वो कम्प्लीटली अलग है जो आज के बच्चे जिनको ये मिल रहा है. एंड स्पेशली आई टॉक अबाउट 90s किड की. ये तो दोनों एरा ये लोगों ने देखा है कि जब टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं था नवी के टाइम में. सो यू टॉक्ड अबाउट कि आप ट्राइबल स्कूल में आपकी स्कूलिंग हुई है. तो जब हमें पता है कि ट्राइबल स्कूल में किस तरह से पढ़ाई होती है, गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स में स्पेशली, इट ऑलवेज फैसिनेट्स मी. जब मैं एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर माई सेल्फ, हमारी टीम अभी थोड़ी थोड़ी बढ़ रही है आगे, मुझे ये बड़ा फैसिनेटिंग लगता है कि हाउ समवन फ्रॉम जीरो टू मेक मिलियंस. ये जर्नी से थोड़ा मुझे बताइए. समवन हु हैज स्टडीड इन अ ट्राइबल स्कूल ऑफ ओडिशा इन अ ट्राइबल एरिया, now you're owning 69 schools across India. So tell me about that. How did that happen? How did you start it?
Generally, such type of questions I answer when people they ask me, Srinivas, how could you make so many schools? You did not have any background. You are not from business background family, and you started of your own. तो मेरा सिंपल आंसर है, होते होते हो गया. हो गया उड़िया वैसे, होते होते हो गया. बट that is one of the fact, because whenever I planned anything to do something, it was never materialized. Whatever today I'm having, it was never planned. It just happened like that. Whether it is business, whether it is in music, whether it is in sports, whether it is biking, whether everything were unplanned for me, and that happened. And whenever I planned for any trip or any new business, anything, it could not happen anytime. But one thing I understood, whatever you do with a passion. You must enjoy that. As I told you before, that until I joined in B.Ed college, I was not knowing that I was having passion for education, for which today I'm enjoying opening the schools and all these things. And when people they say money is required for starting any business, for entrepreneurship, a lot of money is required, I totally strongly condemn that. It's not that. Money is not required, because my guru taught me that in a project, when you start a business in a scale of 1 to 10, suppose for example a school, from where the building will come, from where the children will come, from where the playground will come, from where the affiliation will get, from where the money will come, from where the salaries will be given, in all these, in 10, in the table of 1 to 10, you should not keep finance in number 1. It should be in the last 10. If you are going to keep it in number 1, you can never be successful. Because if you start thinking that, okay, this is my investment, how much I'm going to get the return, you can never do that. You just plan it, you do it, keep that finance in number 10. You don't look at that how, from where the finance will come, from where how the returns will come. You don't look at that. It automatically it will come. And it happened with me. You may say it is a magic, whatever it is, but it really happened. I advise everyone, the youngsters, never calculate the things, the money for starting of any business. In a house also, generally people, they note down the expenses of the houses and all these things. Those people will remain in that particular figure only. The day you start not looking at the balance sheet, the day you don't look at your pockets and all these things, and you work hard and start doing, money will automatically come. This is my personal experience. In the last 30 years, it never ever happened that I did not have money to pay the salaries to the teachers. I never had money to buy anything or like that. Because I never wanted to become something very big. I just wanted to manage the things. When you think of managing the things, and you are down to earth and you work hard, the money flow will be there automatically. This is my experience, number 1. Number 2, when you are going to be very much passionately taking the things, the society will support you. Luckily, when I started the schools, I have come across all the good people. My godfather, Sri Rambabu Sunthali, he is no more. Hussein Bhai, he is also one of my godfathers. My brother-in-law, Professor Kumar Swami. Of course, my father, uh, he is also my mentor because he taught me one thing in life, that beta, never be afraid of anybody. Never be afraid of anything. Face the world, let whatever it comes. Then only you will be stronger. So he used to tell us Krishna, Balram stories, that about the ghost stories, all these things. That time we were learned that yes, fear is something which is going to kill your confidence level. And I salute my father because of that. But the rest of people, they taught me how to start the business, how to make the balance sheets of your business, how to, and they believed in my dreams. And it happened so many times for money purpose. Whenever I wanted, 90% times it's automatically created because of the finances I got from the students admissions and all this thing. But few times, yes, I got my godfathers who helped me, and I returned back their money also on time. It's not in crores or lakhs. In those days, I started in 98, my first school I started. In those days,
What was it at the first group?
my first school I started at Bhubaneswar. That was in opposite to Ram Mandir, Kharwel Nagar. So I had my partner, Mr. Chauhan, is no more. He died, he's no more. So somehow the partnership could not be clicked and I got separated from him. And that is a blessing in disguise. That time I cried like anything, that see, I got cheated in business. I just want to tell the youngsters, never feel that when you are getting cheated or you are down, that you are going to be down permanently. These are the blessings, because these strokes will make you more stronger. Maybe that is the reason when Bhubaneswar school, when it went out of my hands, I became more stubborn. I just took a challenge in myself. I said that no, I will show the world that I can do it alone. And I started the second school in Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh, which was a huge success. Before that, of course, we started a school, small school in Odisha, Kantabanji. We had to struggle like anything. We had to take spoken English classes, personality development classes. And that time I was the principal, I was the teacher, I was the peon, I was the conductor, I was the driver of the bus. Everything we used to do. I struggled like that. Like peon means we used to put the posters. Even in Cuttack also, when we started in the year 99, that time also we did not have the funds to pay the salaries and all these things. So that time we never appointed peons and all these things. We used to do by ourselves. Luckily, I got some friends. They believed in my dreams. They joined with me. Mr. G.S. Panda from Barampur and all these guys, they came. And along with me, they started working. We used to put the posters. We used to go in mornings 4 o'clock to the college chuck in Cuttack. All these things we did. And maybe today we are getting the fruits of that struggle, those struggle days.
So you mentioned about the balance sheet. Entrepreneurs should not look into the balance sheet. हम गरीबों का तो balance sheet से शुरू होता है. हम लोग देखते हैं कितना है, so that we'll take the next step. So someone who came that far from zero to now this position, do you enjoy money right now?
I will say this is a very good question. I enjoyment की बात करो तो बचपन का enjoyment सबसे अच्छा था. पैसा नहीं था लेकिन मजा था. थोड़ा पैसा मिलता था लेकिन वो थोड़ा बहुत ज़्यादा था हमारे लिए. अब बहुत ज़्यादा है लेकिन वो थोड़ा लग रहा है हमको. दैट इज़ द डिफरेंस. अब बहुत सारे पैसा आ रहे, अनडाउटेडली a lot of investments. Now we are coming up with a project at Raipur Sports Academy International. Is 80 crores project. We have hired the architects from Japan and all these things we're doing. Money is coming. We're buying. I bought Mercedes. I bought BMW. You talk of any car. I think I purchased more than 50 cars in last 30 years. But more than 50 cars I purchased. So I have a BMW bike also, 1800cc, everything. But the cycle which I was riding in college, that time I did not have money. I used to enjoy. In economics, you say utility, satisfying capacity of a commodity. The utility part was more in those days if you compare to these days. Yes, money is there, But I don't enjoy. You are saying, you asked me the question that you enjoy. I don't see it as enjoy. It is now money is required. Whether you go London, whether you go US, whether you go anywhere now, without money you cannot do all these things. But in those days it was possible because we were not thinking big. We were not going out of the country. Inside the country, whatever is possible with the limited money, we used to enjoy that. So I cannot compare those days and these days. In those days, we were moving on a bicycle or second-hand bike. We purchased scooter. I had a second-hand Vizia super scooter. I bought it from my own brother, because I was passionate taking biking and all these things. It so happened, I remember, I want to share that I was so mad when I was ready to marry a tribal girl for a bike. So that mad I was that time. मैं घर में भी बोलता था कि बाइक दे दो, उसके बदले में जो भी बोलो मैं करने के लिए तैयार हूँ. लकीली नहीं मिला, बाइक नहीं मिला, लेकिन वो जो सपना इतना ज़्यादा हो गया. आई रिमेंबर माई ब्रदर, ही वॉज ए फॉरेस्ट ऑफिसर. उनका एक बुलेट था. उनका बुलेट को मैं चोरी करके ले रहा था, मार भी खाता था, काफ़ी इधर उधर घूमता था. एक दिन गुस्से में बोलता, तू मेरे को बुलेट नहीं दे रहा, मैं ऐसा बहुत सारे बुलेट बांटूंगा. आई नेवर न्यू दैट सच में बुलेट्स में काफ़ी लोग को देने वाला हूँ. वो कहते ना, जो मुंह पे निकलता है सही निकलता है. तब हम लोग अनएम्प्लॉयड थे घर में बहुत. माई फादर वॉज वेरी वेरी टेकिंग मी बिकॉज all my brothers are well established bank officer, one is IFS officer. So father बोलते थे कि ये छोटा लड़का, I was the youngest in my family, ये तो पढ़ता नहीं, कुछ करता नहीं. जब इंटरव्यू के लिए भेजते थे, मैं वो फाड़ता था, जो भी कॉल लेटर पिक्चर जाता था, ऐसे पैसा बर्बाद करता था. तो my father was very much worried taking me.
But why were you doing that? I mean, जब ऐसा होता था, you were not sure what you are going to make.
No.
So why you were doing that?
Situations. So that time I was careless. I was only thinking that what is these people? They're always there was a revolution somewhere in my heart. In my family they used to talk about money. I purchased the land, I purchased the refrigerator, I purchased the TV, this, that, all these things. I said, you guys are always talking about the purchasings and all this. And whenever I used to poke my nose, hey, tu bachcha tu kuch nahi janta, tu chup rahe. I said, love and affection has a place. It's not that materialistic things की बारे में हमेशा बात करो. तो मेरा रिवोल्यूशन अंदर में था. मैं भी दिखा दूंगा कि पैसा कुछ नहीं है. दुनिया में प्यार बड़ा होता है, पैसे से ज़्यादा प्यार भी होता है. And I am successful today. Now though I am young, I can proudly say all my family members, they are under one umbrella. Recently, we three brothers went to Kumbh Mela, whatever the festivals we organize. My mother is with me, she's 94. So they come, they enjoy, they understood, yes, प्यार सब कुछ होता है. But it took a long time. It took many years to understand those things. And that spark, that money is nothing, love and affection is everything. That spark made me to be like this today. And there are so many other events that took place in my life, which I'm going to share with you today.
सुपर सर, बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला है ये पॉडकास्ट. जब आपने वो मुझे गाड़ियाँ गिनवाई, आई जस्ट रिकॉल हो गया वो एमिनेम का एक कोट था, मनी कैन नॉट बाय यू हैप्पीनेस बट इट कैन डेफिनेटली बाय यू एनॉर्मस हैप्पीनेस. सो विल टॉक अबाउट दैट. मुझे से बताइए कि जब हम लोग व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट योर स्कूल्स, 69 schools across India and some of them are in the tribal areas, Naxal areas. उसके बारे में बताया. Is it difficult to open a school in the Naxal areas, or because we do not see many private players education sector में बड़े schools, they don't go into these areas to build schools. Why did you make it? Is it because you you studied in a Naxal area, in a tribal area?
No way. Why should I say all these things? होते हो गया. मैं जो बोलता हूँ ना, ये होते हो गया. It had to happen, it happened. Since I was from that area, I was knowing more about Naxal belt because my father was posted there. Like you talk of Malkangiri, you talk of Jagdalpur, Kondagaon, Raigada, Jaipur, all these areas, Naxal areas, those areas. And even I encountered with Naxals many times. Even some of the employees of my school, they turned out to be Naxalites. We were not knowing about that.
What happened when you meet Naxals?
It happened in Jagdalpur, which is known as the Naxal का गढ़ है जो बोलते हैं. तो वहाँ हमको एसपी साहब का फ़ोन आया, भाई आपका दसरा दिवाली वेकेशन में स्कूल बंद था, आप लोग कहाँ थे? हमने बोला उसको लॉक कर दिया। तो आपका स्कूल में कुछ लोग थे, वो लोग नक्सल से, तो कौन थे ना? आपका एम्प्लॉयज ही थे वो।
Your school
In my
employees?
school, we were not knowing over there. But when these guys came to know that police are chasing them, they left the organization and there is no sign about them after that. So they come, they work in our organization. One principal was also there. I don't want to mention his name. He was also Naxal and the police was chasing for him, and he just changed his name, and with some certificates he came, he joined as a principal. Later on, when he came to know that he's going to be exposed, he also ran away. So it happened many a times. But I was also once caught by the Naxals in Gumma Ghati area, Koraput Raigada route in the daytime, where the DIG of police was killed. So they stopped me. They asked me, Mr. Patnaik, we need chanda donation. When I asked them, how do you know about my name? They said that this entire area, all the people, they know about you. You are the chairman of St. Xavier's group. You are having many schools. And they have got all the informations. I mean, those who do business or those who work in Raigada, Koraput, Jagdalpur, they have got all the statistics about that. So since then I stopped going by road on that road. Now, of course, things are changed. I'm talking of in those days, 90s. But now things are changed. We are moving freely there. There's no problem now.
तो जब आपको जब पता चला कि your school employees or your principal was an Naxal, so what was your first reaction? And I also want to know कि do they also teach children or do they also brainwash the children? Have you ever came to know about this कि ये कुछ हो रहा था, or they were just normal?
No, normal, purely normal, totally normal. Rather, they were most obedient employees.
So what do you think? What is the compulsion behind going into this field? नक्सल बनना, जब आप ऑलरेडी एक जगह पे बढ़िया, क्योंकि यूजुअली हम लोग सुनते हैं नक्सल एरियाज में जब ट्राइबल लोग जाते हैं एंड दे जॉइन द नक्सल्स, इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द मनी, ऑफ द फाइनेंशियल बैकग्राउंड इज वेरी पुअर. दैट इज द रीजन. बट व्हेन यू ऑलरेडी डूइंग अ जॉब, व्हाई टू गो एंड जॉइन द नक्सल्स?
It is not that. It's a big story which I am not here to give comment on that, because they have different perspective, they have different vision, they have different objectives, and I don't think that they are only working for money. It's not like that. Their intentions are totally different. Sometimes, one thing I know, they are not against the common people. They're only against the police people, they're against the political people, they're against the forest people. But generally, people, they don't do anything like that. For the teachers, for teaching faculty and all these things, I don't think they have created any problem. In my 30 years of business in the Naxal areas, I never faced any such thing from their side.
सर मुझे बताइए कि जब हम लोग स्कूल्स की बातें करते हैं, when we talk about the education sector, it is easy to open one school, two school. लेकिन एक ट्रस्ट, एक बिलीफ सिस्टम होता है. अगर आप बहुत अच्छा काम करते हो, इट इज़ नॉट ईजी टू बिल्ड 69 स्कूल्स. तो कहीं ना कहीं पे आपने कुछ सही किया है, एंड दैट इज़ द रीज़न नाउ वी हैव सो मेनी स्कूल्स इन ईस्टर्न इंडिया. बट जब हम लोग एजुकेशन सेक्टर की बात करते हैं, आई मीन करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग, बट मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल आर राइट नाउ सीइंग द एजुकेशन सेक्टर as the most corrupt sector because of maybe the too much commercialization. जिसको हम लोग, आप जस्ट बिफोर द पॉडकास्ट यू मेंशन अबाउट द एजुकेशन माफियाज, सो दे कॉल इट एजुकेशन माफिया, जहाँ पे हम लोगों को स्कूल के लिए ब्रांडिंग करना पड़ता है. वी टेक द नेशनल फिगर्स, द स्टार्स एंड सेलिब्रिटीज एज ब्रांड एम्बेसडर्स, व्हिच इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड एज पर मी. दैट्स माई ओपिनियन. आई वॉन्ट टू नो फ्रॉम यू कि आपका इस पर क्या ओपिनियन है.
Yeah, opening of school is not easy, as you said. But once you open it, it is going to be very easy. Starting, it is very difficult. To start a first school, it is very difficult. जैसे कहते हैं ना, पहला 10 रुपया कमाना बहुत मुश्किल है, फिर 50 रुपया उसको बनाना मुश्किल है, 100 रुपया बनाना मुश्किल है, लेकिन 1000 के बाद जब क्रॉस करोगे, it is very easy to make more money. Same with the schools. First 2, 3, 4 schools, it is difficult. But once those 3, 4 schools are clicked, then it is very easy to open more schools. As you said that how could you open 69 schools? There are people in our country, there are many places. You talk of Rayan International Schools, you talk of Chaitanya, you talk of Narayana. There are so many groups. They are having more than 100 schools. Every group has got many 100 schools. And I strongly say that commercial of education is not bad. I was thinking that commercial of education is not good. I want to ask a question. Without making commercialization to education, how can you survive? People, they want now the Gone are the days when we used to take the children in the classroom just teaching history, civics, geography. But technology has developed. Today, teaching methods are developed. Today, the teacher's salary in previous years, they were getting bigger salary. But now, less than 50,000, less than a salary of an engineer, no good teacher is going to come. If you talk of a principal, less than 2.5 to 3 lakhs, no good principal is going to come. Then you have bus facilities, you need to give them swimming pool, you need to give them horse riding, you need to give them, coding. Coding is mandatory now in schools, now as per the new education policy. So all these things, how it is possible without making the schools commercially viable? You have to make it commercially viable. But as per the law of the country, schools cannot run on a profit basis. So, because it has to be managed by trust and society. So in trust and society, okay, whatever you get, you need to invest that money. But in this process, investment, unless you give the money to the good teacher, whether it is management member, a management member will come to school free of cost. No, he can come once in a year. But if the management member wants to come every day to see the school for the development of the school, he will not come there free of cost. He has to get some money, which is against our law. Income tax department says that the management members cannot take a single paisa. If the management members will not take a single paisa, why the hell they will go to school? Unless they are getting the minimum amount also. And that is also not allowed. I feel bad for that. I'm openly saying. So, for example, I am a qualified principal because I have done my master's in education, I have done B.Ed, I was the university topper. I am a qualified principal having experience of more than 20 years in various schools, not only in my school, DAV school. I worked as a principal in DAV school also long back with those experience. But even after that, the law is saying that because I am a management member, I cannot draw a single pie. How is that possible? If I don't take, how can I run my family? How can I take care of my children? So, for that also, we have to do certain things. We have to convince the people, the government people, that because of their reasons, we have to take the money and all. We need to convince them and all these things. We have to submit so many documents, evidences and all these things. So, commercial of education, I support, because without that, you cannot make the schools. You cannot run the schools. Because here, a lot many human resource power is required, like teachers. It's not that we press a button, the production will be there. You talk of any factory and all. School is like a factory. But here, the machines are human beings. You have to manage females. That to qualified females. Managing one female is very difficult nowadays in the family. You just imagine thousands of females are working in my organization, married, unmarried and all these things. A lot of challenges are also there, and moreover they are qualified also. And managing them is not that easy. For that you need to have a lot of energy. That to need you have a lot of power. That you need to have a lot of financial power, lot of contacts and all these things. But once I'm habituated, anybody is habituated of working in this pattern, things will not be difficult. My strong weapon is my experience. My 30 years of my experience in opening schools. People, they say, Mr. Patnaik is a schoolman, like Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, movies are there. Like that, people, they call me is a schoolman. Because जैसे Xerox machine जैसे छापता है स्कूल, हर साल 2-3. Because of my experience. क्योंकि मेरा अस्त्र जो है, मेरा experience.
Opening schools, yeah. But sir, like you said, people call you schoolman. So as a schoolman, if you justify opening schools and commercialization of education, do you also support the commercialization of institutes? क्योंकि एक तो होता है, हम लोग कहते हैं एक नया term एजेंसी के वर्ड में FOMO, fear of missing out. Everything that is looks happening, looks trendy, बच्चों को लगता है कि हम लोग को मिस नहीं करना चाहिए, we should go. बट ये एजुकेशन सेक्टर में FOMO पेरेंट्स को हो जाता है कि दे से बिग पोस्टर्स, बिग ब्रांड्स, सेलिब्रिटीज एंडोर्सिंग स्कूल्स एंड इंस्टीट्यूशंस, दे फील लाइक कि बच्चा पढ़ेगा तो इधर ही पढ़ेगा. So many people go to Kota and we see what happens in Kota. Kota is like what we can say, like a sabji mandi of the education sector. So do you also see it in a similar culture? How do you see?
It's a very good question. I strongly oppose such type of educational system. My educational concept is totally different. The way I was brought up, I will implement those things in my school. Like, See, you talk of in India, we have Muslims, we have Christians, we have Hindus. The cultures are different. Hindu culture is different, Muslim culture is different, Christian culture is different. Among Hindus also, Brahmins are there, Kshatriyas are there, Shudras are there, Vaishyas are there. Their cultures are totally different. Similarly, in India, different schools have different cultures. DPS has got a different culture. DAV has got a different culture. Our school has got a different culture. Like I have two brands, one is St. Xavier's, one is Krishnamurti World School. In these two schools, the culture is totally different. In Krishnamurti World School, we teach about Indian values, Indian traditions. We teach about Ram, we will teach of Krishna, we teach about Lord Ganesha and all these things there. We don't say good morning there, we say Jai Sri Krishna. Whereas in St. Xavier's, it is a secular school. You get all the students like Muslims, Christians, Hindus and all these things. We don't teach any religion here. The culture is totally different. Okay, forget about that. Now coming to that culture between, suppose for example, I'm saying you talk of Narayana, Chaitanya and our school, it's totally different because they are totally education, they are into academics. They want the child to be in academics for 12 to 15 hours a day. No place for any sports, no place for any activity. But I say, my culture is different. I say we don't have the right to snatch away the childhood from the child. The child has to be given exposure not only in the classroom but also in the sports field, in the dance room, in the music room, in the art room, in the craft room, everywhere, in communication room, everywhere he has to be given the exposure. He has to go for international exchange programs, he has to go for picnics, he has to go for study tours, he has to go for competitions and all these things. But there are some groups, for me it is unfortunate, for them it may be good. They say that no, we want to produce only IITians, we want to produce. In this process, they ask the children to study 15 to 16, 17, 18 hours. There is no time for that. And they ask the children to be inside the classroom only. And because of that, what you said today in Kota, many children they are committing suicide because of the pressure. I always tell in my speeches to the parents, they never put pressure on the children. Don't think of 98, 99%. If you want to make your child good, then he has to be given different platforms. Like I was with Neeraj Chopra. As you know, I was the Indian team manager for Paris Olympics. So I met Neeraj Chopra. We were there together. I asked Neeraj Chopra that what is the secret? How could you know that you are very good in javelin throw? You know what he replied? He said, Patnaik ji, मेरे को javelin throw क्या मालूम नहीं था. I was there in the playground. मैं जॉगिंग के लिए गया था. एक कोने पे बच्चे javelin थ्रो करते थे. अब मैंने जाके टाइम पास करने के लिए मैं कोशिश करूँगा. मैंने फेंका और सबसे अच्छा गिरा और कोच ने बोला, अरे तुम तो अच्छा खेल रहे हो नीरज, आ जाओ. एंड रेस्ट इज हिस्ट्री. सो नीरज वाज नॉट नोइंग टिल द टाइम ही जस्ट वेंट फॉर सैंपल के लिए गया था एंड ही बिकेम स्टार टुडे, वर्ल्ड फेमस हो गया. वैसे हमारे स्कूल में काफ़ी बच्चे हैं, हमारे इंडिया में काफ़ी बच्चे, रूरल एरियाज में काफ़ी बच्चे, उनको उनका टैलेंट के बारे में मालूम नहीं था. मेरे को फॉर एग्जाम्पल मेरे को खुद को मालूम नहीं था कि आई विल डू वेरी गुड इन एजुकेशन. एंड इन दोज डेज ज्वाइनिंग इन बीएड कॉलेज मीन्स इट इज़ अ क्राइम. जैसे गुनाह कर दिया, क्योंकि बीएड कॉलेज मशरूम जैसा हर गली में था. जिनको डॉक्टर नहीं मिल रहा था, इंजीनियरिंग नहीं मिल रहा था, वो लोग सब जाके टीचर बनते थे. देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ टीचर्स अगेन आई एम सेइंग, टीचिंग बाय चॉइस एंड टीचिंग बाय चांस. हम लोग बाय चांस टीचर बन गए थे. बाद में मेरे को पता चला कि आई वाज वेरी गुड इन टीचिंग. आई वाज ए हीरो इन टीचिंग. I could convince. I loved children. I started playing with the children. And fortunately, I got an opportunity to work for a big organization like Triveni Academy. In those days, Triveni Academy Chennai was a very famous school, residential school. Then I got an opportunity to work for DAV. So I learned many things from different organizations. I clubbed everything. Then I created my own culture in my group. Then I collected my friends, some people, those who believed in my dreams, in my culture. And today, we are doing very well in the field of academics. Similarly, I had a passion for singing, but I never got the chance because we are from middle class families. In those days, singing song means it is a crime. My father used to beat us, punish us. ये गाना क्यों गा रहे, खराब हो गया बच्चे, ज़्यादा खेलना है, खराब हो गया, क्यों खेल रहे इतना, घर में जाकर पढ़ाई करो. तो यही था कल्चर दैट टाइम.
वो MS धोनी पिक्चर में गाना था कि पढ़ोगे लिखोगे होगे नवाब, खेलोगे कूदोगे तो होगे खराब. So kind of that kind of situation you had in childhood.
Exactly. So कोरोना कोविड में मैंने सीखा, हिंदुस्तानी क्लासिकल सीखा, जी म्यूजिक में मेरा गाना आ गया, देन आई बिकेम ओवरनाइट, जो 30 साल में नहीं बन पाए एकेडमिक्स में। अनफॉर्चुनेटली आपके पास पैसा आएगा, आपके पास पावर आएगा, बट नाम नहीं आएगा, कोई नहीं जानेंगे। बट ये जो गाना गा के, ये कॉन्सर्ट करके 4-5 साल के अंदर जो पॉपुलर हो गया, थैंक्स टू म्यूजिक। एंड मैंने घर में हिंदुस्तानी क्लासिकल सीखा, अभी अच्छी तरह कर रहा हूँ। माई नेक्स्ट एम इज दैट age is not the factor. At this age also you can become a hero, you can become a singer, you can become a actor, whatever it is. And I'm doing that, I'm focused on that, I'm doing that.
So मुझे थोड़ा बताइए, I have interviewed so many people in the podcast. I have never seen such stylish entrepreneur in my entire life. You look so stylish. If I can ask you, what is your age currently?
रामदेव बाबा का एक डायलॉग मेरे याद है, संत लोग को कभी पूछना चाहिए एज क्या है। तो एजुकेशन में संत है, तो एजुकेशन ये एज को ही छोड़ दीजिए। पर यस, 30 साल का एक्सपीरियंस मतलब आप लोग समझ सकते हैं मैं क्या एज हूँ, लेकिन काफ़ी सीनियर हूँ। वो एज इज़ ऑल्सो अनदर वेपन फॉर मी, जिसको मैं एक राइट मानता हूँ लोगों को बोलने के लिए कि मेरा एज है, तो आई हैव द राइट टू स्पीक टू एनीथिंग, टू एनीबडी। तो दैट गिव्स मी मोर पावर। बट डेफिनेटली आई विल से age is a mindset. It's not like that. Like last month, not last month, a few months, last August, I think I went to Morocco for riding 2000 kilometers biking, that is super bikes. Now I'm going to Russia on 26th to ride the four-wheeler in minus 20 degrees Celsius in Siberian area and all these things. So today also I'm going to gym every day. I spend at least 2 hours a day in the gym. I keep myself fit, I enjoy burning the calories, I enjoy gymming and all these things. So there is no age for anything. You can sing. Today also I'm learning music. My examination there is on 9th of February in Khairagad University. Third year examination for Hindustani classical. So there is no age for learning anything, whether it is biking, whether it is music or anything. I appeal to all the youngsters. There is no age. Whatever you feel like doing, please do it. Start today. I always say this quotation: a man with vision and without action will remain in dreams. Man with action without vision will simply pass the time. But a man with vision and action can conquer anything. I believe in that. I visualize, I act upon that. If I get it, it's okay. If I don't get it, I keep on trying. Maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 30 years. Like for education, it took 30 years for me to come to this level. So I will wait for that, no problem. But regretting without doing, I could not do this. I could have been a good singer. People generally say, हाँ हमको भी चांस मिलता तो हम भी करते थे, हमारे पास भी पैसा होता तो हम भी खरीदते थे। ऐसा कोई नहीं, मेरे पास कोई पैसा नहीं था। मैं जीरो से चालू किया, मेरा बैंक बैलेंस पास 2000 रुपया था, उसी से चालू किया, आज इतना बड़ा जो एम्पायर जो बनाया। तो ये जो रीजन्स दे रहे लोग कि इसके कारण नहीं हुआ, उसके कारण नहीं हुआ, ये नहीं है। देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन डिजायर एंड बर्निंग डिजायर। Unless you have the burning desire, you cannot achieve the thing. I think I have that burning desire of whatever I am today.
So tell me, you mentioned about you met Neeraj Chopra. How he is as a person?
Wonderful person, gem of a person is. He is such a person. Small example I'm giving. The day he got the silver medal, he was supposed to get the gold medal, but ठीक है, जो भी हुआ. Immediately I met. Immediately after the medal, we met in the Paris in the auditorium. I met. So he did not feel. I did not see that anxiety in his face, because before that last time he got the gold medal in Tokyo. So we were there. Then he came for dinner. हम लोग रात को खाने के लिए बैठे थे, तो हमारा चेयरमैन बनोट साहब ने उनको पूछे कि नीरज दिल्ली कब आ रहा हो, तो हम लोग थोड़ा सा सेलिब्रेट भी करेंगे। यू नो व्हाट वाज हिज रिप्लाई? ठीक है सर, मैं अभी दिल्ली जाऊंगा। कितने लोग होंगे एयरपोर्ट में, कितना अनरेस्ट होगा, ट्रैफिक जाम होगा, ये सब जरूरी है क्या? आई हैव टू गो फॉर टू स्पाला पोलैंड फॉर माई ट्रेनिंग. आई मस्ट कंसंट्रेट देयर. आई एम नॉट कमिंग. So he was not thinking what was his performance, how the people are going to greet him, nothing. He was only focused only one thing, that is javelin throw. जैसे महाभारत में अर्जुन को द्रोणाचार्य सिखाते ना, वो जब पेड़ के ऊपर क्या है, पैरट है, जब तक घोड़ा अर्जुन को नहीं दिखाई दिया आँख, तब तक वो बाण छोड़ने के लिए मना किया था. आई थिंक टुडेस अर्जुन इज literally the person who is totally focusing on javelin is our Neeraj. I salute him for the. I learned many things from him, and he's very much down to earth, very good. Whoever goes, he greets them very nicely. There is no ego. There is no negative quality in him. I didn't find anything in it.
There are very few athletes जो हमको I think in a generation मिलता है. Neeraj Chopra is one of them. So tell me कि you have just nominated as Senior Joint Secretary of Athletic Federation of India. Obviously, it's a big deal. So if you can tell me about that, कि exactly होता क्या? What is the job role of being in such a big position?
The job profile is now organizing any games, like you talk of Commonwealth Games, you talk of Asian Games, you talk of Olympics, you talk of any games. This executive body member, they give the coaching, they find out the coaches, they give the training, they select the team, Athletic Federation of India, which I am a part of that. Like Neeraj Chopra is going. So I am part of the selection committee in that also. So whoever goes to Olympics, whoever goes for Commonwealth Games, whoever goes to for Asian Games or Southeastern Games, whatever it is, this body is there to select the players and all this thing.
It is very rare to see this combination of a person who is into the education sector and as well as holding such a big position in the sports sector as well, in athletics, if I may say. Now, India as a country, we are so obsessed with the academics. हमें सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए, हमें 99% का वो मार्क्स चाहिए. हमें फर्क नहीं पड़ता तुम 100 मीटर 2 सेकंड में कवर करो या 10 सेकंड में कवर करो. You are, I think, the best person to explain this situation. Why we are so obsessed with the academics? Why can't we do the same with the sports? China is having a budget of 27,000 crore for the sports and we are having a budget of 3,000 crore. And the population is more than China. So what wrong we are doing?
Actually, the scenario is totally changing. As I said, in 70s, the things were totally different. That time, jobs means civil service examinations or doctors or engineers, that's all. Even MBA students were also not taken seriously that time. Private, working for private companies means they were saying that's it's nothing. Getting a job of a peon in a government sector is better than that of the CEO of a private company. This was the same scenario in those days. Private company means you will be thrown out, you will not get pension, you will not get gratuity, you will not get leaves and all this. So many things they were talking in those days. So governments, even some areas in Odisha today, people are preferring to work. Like yesterday I was talking to somebody, he is a B.Tech and because of his father's death, he got the job as a peon in a government organization. And he's frustrated because he's B.Tech and when others are asking to get him tea, water and all these things, he doesn't feel good because he's a B.Tech. Others are graduates, those who are ordering to him. That is the scenario of our country. But things are changing now. If you see the new education policy now, it is a skill-based education. The government is now giving priority on sports. Like for example, in Khelo India, if you are getting position first, second, third, government job is a must. You will get the government jobs also. And not only that, in Olympics also, those who are going, they're all getting, all the players of our country, they're getting jobs. They are into jobs. You talk of Anju Bobby, she is a government employee. You talk of any player.
But do you think that government offering government jobs in government positions, is it because of the insecurity of the players that even though they play very good, they're playing national, but at the end of the day, they are getting offered the government jobs for the sense of security?
Definitely, because after some years, they cannot play. And after that, what will happen to them? Like for example, Anuradha Biswal today in Odisha, she is working as a NALCO employee. She is given a job in NALCO. She cannot run now because she is the mother of 2 children. She is aged. She cannot. But how can she survive without the job? So that is the reason why government is keeping sports quota in all the organizations. And the sports quota is increasing now. पहले ये था कि 2%, 3%, 5% जो कि परसेंटेज मेरे को मालूम नहीं लेकिन बहुत अच्छी तरह बढ़ा दिया. And if you are having in sports quota, like for example in schools also, I'm telling you, Suppose a child is joined in NCC in the school. As per CBSE norms, the child will get 5 marks, grace marks in all subjects. So government is also encouraging to join in NCCs, in sports, and now CBSE has made it mandatory that every school should have playground. This much of time the child has to spend in the playground, all these things. So things are improving now. Those days, activities, as I told you, when I was singing, my father used to scold me, मेरा बेटा बर्बाद हो रहे गाना गा रहे, फिल्मी गाना गा रहे मतलब विशल मार रहे मतलब ये तो गया, रिक्शा वाला हो गया, ऐसे था. पर अभी वो सीन नहीं है. अभी हम लोग बच्चे को बुलाते, भाई तुम आओ विशल मारो, तुम आओ गाना गाओ. बच्चे तो लैपटॉप के सामने बैठा रहता है. Everything, society changing. In those days, everyone used to come to our house. मामा, मामा, मामी, काका, काकी, चाचा, चाची सभी आते थे. आज की डेट में कोई नहीं आ रहे. न्यूक्लियर फैमिली हो गया. उस टाइम पे जॉइंट फैमिली कल्चर था. तो अतिथि कब जाओगे पिक्चर भी है. पहले अतिथि कब आओगे था, अतिथि कब जाओगे. बिकॉज द चाइल्ड इज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड दैट. कोई भी अतिथि आया, बेटा नमस्ते करो, लैपटॉप नमस्ते, बस दैट्स इट. So this is the culture in families also. It is because we cannot blame only the child, because the society is changing now. Nuclear families, the number of nuclear families, the number of divorces are also taking place. So the mindset of the child is changing now. Now we have to find out as a parent or as a teacher the real talent of the child. जैसे नीरज चोपड़ा का मैंने एग्जाम्पल दिया था, हर बच्चे के पास कुछ ना कुछ टैलेंट होता है. जैसे मैं अभी थोड़ी देर पहले आपको बता रहा था, हमारा सुकमा में छत्तीसगढ़ में 2 छोटे छोटे बच्चे आए थे. उनके पास बस में टिकट पैसा भी नहीं था जगदलपुर आने के लिए सुकमा से. फाइनली व्हेन दे केम, व्हेन दे स्टार्टेड रनिंग एट द डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल, इट वाज सीन दैट दे ब्रोक द नेशनल रिकॉर्ड. दे आर द नेशनल प्लेयर्स आल्सो. Like that, many children are there. We need to, the government need to identify, the society need to identify. We have to identify such type of children. Everyone has got the talent, something or the other. We have to find out the talent, give them the proper platform, give them the proper financial aid, support. And definitely our country will be like China also. As you said, there are only 3,000 crores the government is paying, whereas 27,000 crores is paying. But I think slowly this amount is going to increase. Because the way the players are coming up, 2036, Modi, our Prime Minister, has already announced that Olympics going to take place in India now. So by 2036, definitely,
There's a lot of things.
I'm not sure, but a good amount can be sanctioned for sports also. I can say today also we have lots of funds in sports. For example, अब जब पेरिस हमारा प्लेयर्स गए थे, पर अब very few people they know. For every player, the government has spent 5 crores. For every player. It's not only in athletics, whether you talk of hockey, whether you talk of football, any sport. Those who went to Paris, each player के लिए भारत सरकार ने 5 करोड़ रुपया खर्चा किया था. स्पाला जहाँ पोलैंड में, वहाँ एक दिन का I don't know, but in lakhs. All these were given training, free training at Spala, Poland for months together. So we may ask the question, in spite of all these things, why the
didn't get the medals?
Did not get the medal? The only thing is that there is one more thing, psychology. Our players, what we found, Athletic Federation of India, they are very good in Indian grounds and all these things. But when they see the crowd, when they go out, they are getting nervous. For that, extra counselors have to be appointed. We are seriously thinking about that. Proper coaching. Coaching doesn't mean that they have to teach them how to run and all these things. They have to teach them how to face the crowd, how to handle the pressure. These things are very much essential for the players. Then only our players can do that. I think now in the days to come, these things are going to happen.
So tell me what changes you have seen in the sports sector, क्योंकि जब हम लोग sports की बातें कर ही रहे हैं, and you are into sports, you are into athletics, you look super fit, and मुझे बताइए कि ये 2 साल में आपको क्या लगता है, 2 decade में if I can say, what has changed in the sports? Especially talking about the fitness part आपने जो कहा, उसमें if we talk about cricket, तो विराट कोहली is super fit. Now we look into any player in the cricket team, all are super fit. So we are slowly seeing this in every format. So how do you see these scenarios changing?
उससे पहले मैं एक बात कहना चाहता हूँ. पहले क्या था, लता मंगेशकर जब गाना गा रहे थे, she used to stand still and sing, people used to clap. But if the same thing is going to happen on the stage, nobody is going to clap because everybody wants not singers, performers. So they need to be fit. They need to be stylish. Whether you talk of cricket, whether you talk of athletics, whether you talk of music, anything, body fitness is very, very important. For example, you tell me that Mr. Patnaik, you look like a stylish person. Okay, forget about that. Suppose I am having a very big fat, big belly. I don't have hair. I put, thick glasses. Like the old fashioned type, I'll go like this, not able to walk. And I'll say, children, you remain fit. No child is going to listen to me. They will say, look at yourself, Mr. Patnaik. When as a chairman, I go and I stand, I say that I am here doing in the process of making the six pack. Why can't you? Then they said, yes, this guy is doing, he can do. Seeing is believing. So you need to be a model for them. So in the field of sports also, you need to remain fit also. You need to have, it's not, I will not say six pack, but you see this Rahul Dravid and all these things. Have you seen the videos? Oh my God, the way he's doing the gymming and all these things. It's impossible on my part to do that. But they are doing. You PV Sindhu. I have been to her institute in Hyderabad, Suruchi Academy, Suruchi or Surekha Academy, that badminton. They have a different gymming, they have different trainings. Without that, they are not allowed to go to play the badminton also. So remaining fit is very, very important for any player. And unfortunately, today, the selection committee people, they are, I'm not telling anybody in person, but I appeal to the selection committee members also to remain fit. If they are not fit, then the players are not going to listen to them, that also. So as a change, I thought that whether it is in state level or the national level, I will go as a fitness person with all these things. When others are talking, as Mr. Patnaik, look at him, how he is fit. And some of them also, they commented me also, we feel jealous of him, Mr. Patnaik. Once upon a time, they were the national players. They are saying today, we are jealous of you. And I said, why to feel jealous? You make yourself like that. And people are not motivated and they're doing today also. It will take some time, but there are a lot of changes taking place in India. You talk of style, you talk of fitness, you talk of even denting, painting for the faces and all these things. All these things are going on. You find any player, you talk of Dhoni, you talk of Rahul Dravid, they are stylish icons, a lot of advertisement, a lot of ambassadors there for different companies. So people, for public, they are the role models now today. Big hoardings you can find on the national highways because they have to remain fit. If they are ugly, but they are going to play for the country, nobody is going to take him for the ambassador. And they are getting lots of money by doing this advertisement for the companies. Maybe more than what they are getting from the sports. So in India, it is a very big business, like keeping fit, remaining fit, a lot of denting, painting, like, beauty parlors. They're doing good business. Without that, you cannot survive.
So when you speak about fitness, so there's a saying called "Ki when in Rome, where speak Roman." So you have so many different attires when you go to different functions. I saw you in the Times Business Award. You look so different, and you were looking stand out. Who is this person? I was imagining. You look like a superstar. So we were speaking about something called power dressing just before the podcast. You tell us about that.
I ask this question to the children always. Given a chance, you will remain in the class or in the mass. वो क्या होता है? ना class में वो होता है जब among the goats a tiger is walking. और mass वो होता है goat के अंदर goat होके रहना. ना हम टाइगर बनना चाहते हैं. तो टाइगर बन के रहना है क्लास मास के अंदर. तो आपको वैसे फिटनेस चाहिए, वैसे पर्सनालिटी चाहिए, वैसे कपड़ा चाहिए, जैसे पावर ड्रेसिंग जो बोलते हैं सब. हम लोग, जैसे मैं बात कर रहा था, इंडियंस के पास काफ़ी पैसा है आजकल, बिकॉज इज द 4th बिगेस्ट इकोनॉमी इन द वर्ल्ड. सबके पास पैसा है, सबके पास गाड़ी है. इन आवर डेज, आई रिमेंबर इन कोरापुट देयर वाज ओनली 1 Fiat कार इन द होल टाउन. टुडे गली गली के अंदर कार्स भरे हुए हैं. अम्बासडर Fiat तो उड़ गया, अभी बड़े बड़े गाड़ी सब आ गया. छोड़ो. तो अभी इस कॉम्पिटिटिव वर्ल्ड में रहना है. पहले फेस इज द इंडेक्स ऑफ द पर्सनालिटी, पीपल दे से. पहले तो शक्ल को अच्छा रखना पड़ेगा. दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई टुडे गली गली के अंदर जिम्स खुल रहे, ब्यूटी पार्लर्स खुल रहे, इतना बढ़िया बिजनेस हो रहे. And you will be surprised to know more than the girls, man they go to gym more than women. Sorry, more than women, man go to gym more than women, man go to beauty parlors because they want to remain good, look good. तो ये क्लास के अंदर रहने के लिए तो अच्छा पर्सनालिटी रखना पड़ेगा, उसके अंदर कपड़ा रखना पड़ेगा. कपड़ा तो खरीद लेते बट हम लोग पहनना नहीं जानते किसके साथ क्या मैचिंग होगा. और ट्राउजर के साथ शू मैच कर रहे नहीं, और ट्राउजर के साथ टाई मैच कर रहे नहीं, उसके जैकेट मैच कर रहे नहीं, उसके बाद चश्मा मैच कर रहे नहीं, ये सब देखना पड़ता है. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं अच्छा कपड़ा पहन लिया, नीचे एक वाइट कन्वर्स पहन लिया. तो वो बहुत ज़रूरी है. एक अच्छा स्कूल में मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ टीचर्स को कि पढ़ाई के साथ साथ ये जो ड्रेसिंग सेंस है, पावर ड्रेसिंग, ये टेबल मैनर्स, एटिकेट्स, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, दीज प्ले वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. आई विल से वन मोर थिंग. देयर इज ए थ्योरी, पैरेट्स थ्योरी कहते हैं इकोनॉमिक्स में. इसमें कहते हैं सक्सेस के लिए 85% आपका पर्सनालिटी, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स इंपॉर्टेंट, ओनली 15% मसाला चाहिए. जो भी मसाला चाहिए, चाहे एजुकेशन हो, चाहे इंजीनियरिंग हो, चाहे डॉक्टर हो, 85% कम्युनिकेशन. सपोज आई एम ए वेरी गुड डॉक्टर बट आई एम वेरी पोर इन कम्युनिकेशन, आई डोंट लुक गुड, नोबडी विल कम टू मी. And the same doctor, I talk very nicely, I treat very nicely to the customer, to my patients, and talk nicely with my patients, I behave very nicely with the patient, they will come to me. I give you an example. When I was not having money, I went to buy a scooter. In those days, Bajaj scooter was very famous and you need to pay premium for that. So when I went to Bajaj showroom, I was not treated properly. Whereas Vespa scooter was new that time, and the owner of the Vespa showroom, he offered me a cup of tea and everything, and immediately I chose to pursue the Vespa. I said, why the hell I'll purchase your Bajaj? So now people are more into, customer care and all these things. So in any profession, you ask me the question, if you people will respect me, people will want to know about me, today also you are sitting, why? Or in the athletic federation, why they are selected and all these things, it is not the masala, it is the communication skill, it is the personality, it is how you carry, that is important, that is 85%. Then only you will be able to exist in this materialistic world. And I teach the same to my children also.
आपने थोड़ी देर पहले कहा कि you went into bike riding. So you're someone who has been to so many countries. आपने बहुत सारे देश देखे हैं and like you said कि जो चीज़ें आपको बचपन में करने का शौक था at a later stage, you didn't say कि मेरा उम्र हो गया, now it is over. Now I'm going to be an entrepreneur, I'm going to be an educator, यही मेरा काम है. You learned singing 4 years back during COVID. You were into acting. You were into so many things that when I got your profile, I thought that I am going to interview someone and this is the question pattern that is going to be. हम लोग इसके बारे में बात करेंगे. Then later on I got to know कि you were into so many things. So मुझे थोड़ा उसके बारे में बताइए कि was it your like a fantasy since childhood कि नहीं, when I will get that much amount of money, I'll do these things?
It's a very good question.
क्योंकि जब मैंने वीडियो देखा, the movement that you had, so मुझे लगा कि it is not someone जिन्होंने अभी रिसेंटली इसको सीखा है. मुझे लगा कि it is someone who has been practicing this from a very long time and just waiting for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. I feel that today, that means I'm a good actor. Okay, good.
You definitely are a good actor.
ऐसा है कि हम लोग तो लोअर मिडिल क्लास फैमिली से आए थे. That time we did not have any opportunity to do anything. I was not interested to work also under anybody. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. It was there. मेरे को याद है अभी भी बचपन में जब मेरे को गाली पड़ता था, मैं हमेशा बोलता मेरे को नौकरी नहीं करना, मेरे को नौकरी देना है. मैं नौकरी नहीं मांगूंगा, नौकरी दूंगा. मैं पैसा नहीं मांगूंगा, मैं पैसा दूंगा. पता नहीं कहाँ से आ रहा था बट ये आ रहा था. एंड दे यूज्ड टू लाफ एट मी, कुछ भी बात करता है ये श्रीनिवास. सो बट इट वाज देयर इन माय हार्ट. माय मदर यूज्ड टू से, मैं जब बहुत छोटा बच्चा था, जब बात नहीं करता था प्रॉपरली, तो बड़ा हो के क्या बनेगा रे, तो मैं आंसर आई डोंट नो. माय मदर यूज्ड टू से, शी सेज लाइक दैट नाउ, कि मैं बड़ा करोड़ों रुपया कमाऊंगा. आई एम टॉकिंग इन 70s की बात, अर्ली 70s की बात. सो it was there somewhere in my blood, maybe in my brain or my heart, I don't know, but it was there to be a rich man. There is a saying now, in either case you are going to cry, whether you are having a BMW or you are having a auto rickshaw. It's better to cry sitting in a BMW rather to sit crying in an auto rickshaw. So I choose to buy a BMW and cry inside that only. As simple as that. So thereafter, I have sacrificed all my life for the cause of education. 30 years is not a joke. 30. So I worked like a peon, I worked like a driver, conductor, principal, everything in my school because I did not have much funds that time. It took a long time for me, and in that process, I did not, as I was termed as a schoolman. I was only thinking of school in my dreams, in my food, everything. I don't think of anything. I was not thinking of anything else. I remember I sacrificed a lot of things. I remember when my first baby was born. I'm separated today, but that time when my baby was there, my father called everyone that there will be a big function in my place, and all my relatives, all they were there, and I could not reach there. And my father was very much annoyed and returned back everyone, returned back the gifts also, saying that to hell with you. I said my business is my priority. What I mean to say that I prioritized my business, school. I never thought of my children, never thought of anything. In this process, I lost many things. I lost my youth, I lost my family, a lot of things I missed also. I did not give much time to my daughters also. I don't know how they were grown up, though they are students of a big schools abroad. They did Australia, they did their school.
Do you regret any of these moments that you?
I regret, and I don't regret also because maybe I did not give time to my children, but I have given them the best business, ready-made business in their hands. They are going to run the school without struggling. The way I struggle for employment, for business and all these things that they will not see. When you look at Pratap Reddy, he struggled for creating Apollo Group, but today daughters are managing. So if I think in those lines, I don't regret because I'm giving the best. It's not that I'm giving this property to anybody else. I'm giving to my own children only. So I don't regret. I tell these things to my children and they're proud of me also. They speak on my face, Papa, we are proud of you also. I'm a very good father. I'm a very good son. I'm a very good brother. I'm a very good friend. So I feel that I'm a, if not 100%, 90%, I'm a complete man as far as the relationships are concerned. So I'm teaching my children. I'm telling them not to go anywhere. They have entered into my business. They're taking care. Both the daughters. So I'm happy about that. We were discussing about the point was
About your bike riding, about your journey to different countries, and
so I during my youth I left everything. I did not have time to have relationship with anyone, no friendship. There is a book, Winner Stands Alone, by Henry Dunker. So it's like that. I was alone always. Nobody supported me. Then I suddenly realized during Corona, had I been an employee in government organization, this is the time for me to retire because all my friends, they got retired from the government jobs. So had I been like them, definitely today also I would have gone home and they are enjoying with their families and everything. Then I thought, whatever I lost during my youth, I was interested for biking. As I told that for biking, I was ready to marry a tribal girl. That was, I was passionate in taking biking. I was interested for singing. I used to dream to present myself on a stage with nice clothes, attire, big Mercedes car, like Amitabh Bachchan. I used to dream like Amitabh Bachchan. I'm like Amitabh Bachchan. I'm going to do like that and all this. But that remained in dreams only. I could not do that. When I used to go to see the players and all this, oh my God, I should also go to the play field and all these things. I could not do that, though I was a very good player because of my business. Because I was a schoolman and out of 24 hours, 20 hours I was thinking of school, only 4 hours I used to sleep. Even today also, I'm struggling. It's not that I'm having a very beautiful life now. Out of 1 month, only hardly 1 week I sleep on the cot. 3 weeks I don't sleep. I spend my nights either in the car or in the bus or in the train or in the flight or in the aerodrome or in the railway station. I always travel. The most embarrassing question to me when the people ask me, Mr. Patnaik, where do you stay? I say, National Highways.
I stay nationalized. So that is my answer. So I lost all this. Then I realized after Corona, there is no point of regretting now. Even I can do now also. After 20 years, I should not regret, oh my God, I could not do. I only made money. I only made schools. What I got, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to regret. So I said, the things which I missed out, I will do now. I started learning Hindustani classical. And it clicked. I got an opportunity to sing for the G Music. I got an opportunity to perform in the IFA Awards in Dubai. I got the opportunity to make many albums, Odia, Telugu, Hindi, all songs. And people are liking it also. I'm very happy that they're liking my songs, whatever it is. Now coming to the biking also, my daughter gifted me a beautiful BMW 1800cc, most powerful bike. She said, Papa, this is your dream, now go and ride. And I started learning BMW and all this. Then I went to Morocco. I went with my bike to Kargil, Leh Ladakh, Goa, many places I went. Every year I go with my bike because my biking is my passion, again I'm saying. Now coming to the sports, I just now narrated that how I got into all these things. So ultimately I thought universe is like that. The universe is made in such a way that whatever you think, what you will aspire, if you desperate for that, in this life only you are going to get it. I'm very much thankful to God. Whatever I dreamt, whatever I wanted, till today, I'm getting everything. That's gold.
Super, sir. So I have a last few questions for you. But before that, I will just assume this thing. I think Shah Rukh Khan is one of your favorite actor.
He was, not now. During his early movies like Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge, Bazigar, all
Too much resemblance of yours.
yeah, people say, even it happened, I'll tell you a small thing. When I went to Dubai, even Morocco, people started chasing me, Shah Rukh, Shah Rukh, Shah Rukh. I said, no, I'm not Shah Rukh. I'm Farooq, I said finally. I lost Shah Rukh in Mela. Kumbh Mela, I lost him. I came here to search for him. Like these stories I used to make. Some of them, they did not believe. They started taking pictures with me. They said, you are Shah Rukh only, we know. All these things. You know, many times it happened. Many times, mainly in the airports. Very, very embarrassing. Whenever I go, the air hostess, they come and say, sir, you know, you look like Shah Rukh. I said, I know. In the midnight, I was traveling from a foreign country. The air hostess is coming, saying, sir, I was sleeping and she asked me to get up. I said, why? And I wanted to take a selfie. You look like Shah Rukh Khan. Oh my God. Anyway, I used to enjoy this Shah Rukh Khan ship. नया नया में, but अभी बोर लग रहे हैं. थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही हो गया है थोड़ा.
So where are you traveling next?
Oh, it's not next. Every day I'm traveling. Yesterday only I came in India, but now again I'm going to US, New York, because I forgot to mention that I am also member of United Nations.
Oh.
So UN में मेरा speech भी था last year on environment. So this year also I'm going there to renew my card. My UN card का renewal करने के लिए जा रहा हूँ. And I have meeting with the taxation department also for 4 days. And I'll go to Dubai also because one of my friends, she has a school. Her annual function is on 22nd February. I have to attend that. 16th again I'm going to Dubai. Then 24th I'm going to Russia for riding of the four-wheeler, and the journey continues.
I heard that you're going to Russia for your next car trip or something.
Yeah.
So why did you choose that location?
Sagarika is there. She is my manager for managing all these things. So she gives me the tips for different. She knows my hobbies of riding bikes and this driving of four-wheelers. So she informed me about all these things. I asked her to apply for that, and that's how I'm into all this.
So talking about fitness, you look super fit, and it looks like that you hit gym almost daily. ऐसा लग रहा है आपको देख के. So is there any particular diet that you have?
There is a saying in English, you become what you eat. You become what you eat. जैसे खाओगे वैसे बनोगे. I'm purely vegetarian. Vegetarian. I take eggs, that too twice a week. I don't take onion, garlic and all these things on other days like Monday, Tuesday. Maybe because of my religion, whatever it is. I'm a God-fearing person also. I go to temples, Monday Shiv Ji ka, Tuesday Hanuman Ji ka, Thursday Sai Baba ka, Saturday ka Shanichar ka.
बद्रीनाथ मेला भी कभी कभी कर लेता हूँ। घर में जितना पूजा हमारा घर में जितना होता है, संक्रांति के दिन हवन होता है घर के अंदर, चाहे मकर संक्रांति हो जाए, दिवाली, होली, वी सेलिब्रेट लाइक एनीथिंग। मैं पक्का हिंदू हूँ। Coming to the food habits and all these things, like I can say during Dasara 1 month I did not have any food. I just spent 1 month only with lemon water and coconut water. Yeah, detoxification is very very important. Detoxifying the body
And how does that help you?
Oh, initially it will have problem for 1 week. You feel restless, you lose temper, you'll get irritated and all these things. But slowly, steadily, after 10 days, you feel relaxed, good, and all these things. Secondly, I followed that diet. What is that diet you say? Ketos diet also. That also I followed for some time. It also helped me. In the beginning, it helped me. First time, I lost around 7 to 8 kilos. But thereafter, I never lost any this thing. I don't advise for strict diet and all these things. Now what I am doing is from sunset to sunrise, I don't take any food except water. I don't take anything because somewhere I studied our inner things like pancreas, you talk of our digestive system, you talk of our heart, whatever it is. So they are more active during sun time, and during sunset they take rest. So we should not trouble them also, the inner organs of our body. So I give them rest, proper rest. Initially again I had a problem. I felt hungry at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, midnight and all these things. I started taking biscuits and all that. But now I'm habituated. There is a saying, if you practice anything for 21 days, then it will become a habit. So maybe that helped me. Now I think I crossed more than 2 months, so I don't feel any hunger in the midnight. And I feel very light also. And I have seen a lot of changes physically. I have shown you the pictures also. I was very fat. I was obese. If you see today my health, fitness and all these things, I will not say 100% fit, but definitely more than 80% my fitness score comes in the gym and all these things. I spend 2 hours a day in the gym. I do cardio. I lift the weights also. Lot of things else I do. Now my next plan is to learn dance also. Very soon I'm going to learn the dance also because I want to perform on the stage, dance and all these things. It's not that I want to be a celebrity or anything. It is for my fitness I'm doing all these things. I love myself. The basic thing is that you need to love yourself. I love myself blindly. Some people, they say, you are a self-obsessed person. I said, okay, what is wrong in that? I'm self-obsessed. What is there wrong in that? So unless I'm self-obsessed, how can I love you? People, they said, I love you. But I hate myself. That is not possible. If you love yourself, then only you will be able to help love your daughters. If I don't love, I cannot love my daughters also. So that made me like that. And today I'm very happy that my daughter, one daughter is following me. She is also spending time in gymming. And many friends of mine, many relatives of mine, they are following me. They are saying that you are a good motivator for us. They are going to gym. They are also following this diet and everything. But too much of anything is also bad. जैसे बुद्धा ने बोला था कि लिमिट के अंदर रहना. डाइट का मतलब ये नहीं कि कुछ ना खाओ, लोग रहते हैं, वो भी गलत है. But healthy food, nutritious food like dry fruits, like fruits, everything should be there in your diet, which I also miss out. I don't say that I follow 100% today, but I try to take all the things. I take proteins also. I take supplements also. I'm telling you today, that is not good, but because I'm a vegetarian and I don't get amino acids, because you need to take chicken, mutton for that, because I'm not taking, I have no option but to take the supplements. But I request everyone to have all sorts of food, vegetarian, non-vegetarian, everything, because our body is made like that. I'm not able to take because my cells are not accepting that non-vegetarian food. But I appeal to all of them, if they have the chance to take all sorts of food, everyone should take that.
Lovely. So one last thing I want to know, ki those people who are watching you right now through our podcast, obviously there will be so many questions and so many things that people will say, how did you make it? And, the way you are executing your dreams that you had since very long. I want you to give one message to all the youths, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं पे ये होता है ना कि हम लोग खो जाते हैं, वो भागदौड़ में खो जाते हैं, जिसमें हम लोग, जैसे कि आपने कहा कि want to be a job giver, not a job holder. तो कहीं ना कहीं पे इस नौकरी के चक्कर में हम लोग भूल जाते हैं कि हम करना चाहते हैं. One message you want to give to the youth and to everyone in general who lost what they always wanted to do in their life, in the race of doing something for the sake of the family, for the sake of their future?
Life is most unpredictable. I have seen my friends suffering from cancer, many diseases and all these things. They had different dreams. They always wanted to do ऐसे करूँगा, वैसे करूँगा, वैसे करूँगा. They talk big things. When I look at them, they are sitting at home. तो मैंने ये सीखा जिंदगी में, I have no yesterdays. Time took them away. Tomorrow may not be, but I have today. कल हो ना हो, आज मेरा आखिरी दिन है, ये सोच के हमको जीना है, काम करना है. सपोज मेरे को भगवान बोलते आज तेरा आखिरी दिन है, तेरे को क्या करना है, आई विल डू ऑल दोस थिंग्स व्हिच आई ड्रीम्ड फॉर इन माय लाइफ. एज आई सेड, विजन विथ एक्शन इज रिक्वायर्ड. दूसरा मैं मैसेज देना चाहता हूँ एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को. मेरा बच्चे को स्कूल में भी बताता हूँ, बी एन एंटरप्रेन्योर इन लाइफ. नेवर बी ए जॉब सीकर, बी ऑलवेज ए जॉब गिवर. मैं डॉक्टर बनूंगा नहीं, मैं डॉक्टर्स को बनाऊंगा. मैं इंजीनियर बनूंगा नहीं, मैं इंजीनियर्स को बनाऊंगा, डैम्स बनाऊंगा. मेडिकल कॉलेज में स्ट्रीट क्या है? नहीं, मेडिकल कॉलेज ही हम बनाएंगे. जैसे आई रिमेंबर व्हेन आई वाज गिवन द जॉब इन डीएवी, some of the people, they came and said, Mr. Patnaik, you must be very happy. Look at the beautiful building. It was a very beautiful building, undoubtedly. So I looked at the building. ये क्या building है? मैं जब स्कूल बनाऊंगा इससे अच्छा बनाऊंगा. I did not have anything that time, but my dream was very big dream. स्कूल में एक ही बस था, एक बस के लिए सब मारामारी हो रहा था. एक स्कूल के लिए एक बस. मेरा स्कूल आगे से 100 बसेस से खरीदूंगा, and I did it. Hundreds of buses I purchased. So dream big. Work on that. There is a difference between desire and burning desire. Burning desire रखो और लगे रहो. ऐसा नहीं कि एक दिन में होगा, कि एक साल में होगा, कि 2 साल में होगा. जब तक नहीं होगा तब तक लगे रहो, लेकिन एक दिन होगा ही. एंड देयर इज नो शॉर्टकट टू हार्ड वर्क. काम तो करना ही पड़ेगा. आज भी मैं काम कर रहा हूँ, आज भी मैं मेहनत कर रहा हूँ. सुबह से शाम तक मेरे 1 सेकंड भी टाइम नहीं है. आई एंजॉय दैट ऑल्सो. Last thing I want to give the youth. Every 7th Indian is suffering from depression. Depression has entered in our country like anything. It is because of relationships. Relationships के कारण आज बच्चे सुसाइड कर रहे हैं, डिवोर्सेस हो रहा है. मैंने पर्सनली देखा है सब. मेरा पास 2 ही रास्ता था. जब मेरा डिवोर्स हुआ, ये बात मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, 2 रास्ता था. एक रास्ता वो था कि मैं दारू पीऊंगा, मैं मस्ती करूंगा, लड़कीबाज करूंगा, घूमूंगा फिरूंगा, पैसा को बर्बाद कर लूंगा. दूसरा रास्ता था, मैं बाइकिंग करूंगा, मैं बिजनेस बढ़ाऊंगा, मैं लोगों को एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज दूंगा, मैं गाना सीखूंगा, मैं टीवी में दिखूंगा, मैं एक्टिंग करूंगा, मैं स्पोर्ट्स में जाऊंगा. मैं दूसरा रास्ता को चुना. एंड दूसरा रास्ता जो चुनते हैं ना, उनको डिप्रेशन कभी नहीं आएगा. बिकॉज दे विल बी टू बिजी. बिजी मेक्स लाइफ इजी. I made my life easy by keeping myself busy. Had I taken the first road, which unfortunately lot of youth are taking the first road, that has a very disaster end. So I appeal to all the youths, everyone, you spend your time. Every minute is valuable. Enjoy every minute of the day. May it be gymming, may it be singing, may it be business, may it be earning, may it be shopping, may it be like she was saying shopping. I also enjoy shopping. I go to the best of shops. I go to Dubai, I go to Milan, I go to Paris for shopping. I enjoy like anything. So do that. If you have money, enjoy that. It's not that you keep the money inside. It is for my next generation. Never have this feeling. जैसे एक कहानी है, एक गांव में एक आदमी था, वो हमेशा दुखी था. उसके पास पैसा था, गाड़ी था, बीवी थी, बच्चे थे, ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन थे. उसका जब पूछा गया था, हमेशा मुंह लटका के बैठा था. एक संत ने आके पूछा, भाई तेरे को क्या प्रॉब्लम है, तेरे पास सब कुछ है. यू नो व्हाट वाज हिज रिप्लाई? मैं 7 पीढ़ियों के लिए प्रॉपर्टी बनाया, लेकिन 8 पीढ़ियों के लिए प्रॉपर्टी नहीं बना, उनके लिए चिंता कर रहा हूँ. सो देयर इज नो एंड. हम लोग क्या करते, पैसा जो कमाते हम एंजॉय नहीं करते. मैं तो बोलता हूँ, स्पेंडिंग मनी, यू नीड टू करेज, हैव करेज. एवरीवन अर्न्स मनी, बट इफ यू हैव द करेज टू स्पेंड दैट मनी, you should have the guts to spend that money also.
It's not that you spend the money by taking loan, but out of that, what suppose 100 से इतना पैसा तो खर्चा करना भी पड़ेगा. मैं सिर्फ नेक्स्ट जनरेशन के लिए रखूंगा, इनके लिए रखूंगा. Then how you are going to enjoy your life? So I feel खूब पैसा कमाओ, खूब पैसा उड़ाओ, मस्त बॉडी बनाओ, जिम जाओ. No drama, no actions, nothing. Just spend your time.
Love it, sir. So with every podcast, we ask our guest about their experience on the session. So I want from you, how was your experience in the podcast?
This was my first podcast, you know. This podcast also new word. These words were not there when we were in college. Everything is changing. So I was surprised what is this podcast. And Sagarika told me about all these things. Thanks to Sagarika for organizing this thing. All the members of the group are quite, motivating and made me comfortable also. Mainly you as anchor. You never give me the chance to get irritated, because the weakness of my personality is I'm very short tempered. But today that scenario was not there. You guys made me very comfortable, very cool. I felt as if I'm talking to my friends and all these things, sharing all my, and I'm feeling light also because I spoke many things about, I remembered my past, my school days. But thank you very much for reminding me my childhood days, my friends, my old days, my struggling days and all these things. At least for coming 3-4 days, I'll be more active and work more. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Patnaik, for talking to us on OD podcast, talking about your entrepreneurial journey, talking about your style sense, talking about the things that you are interested in, and you also motivate people to do that you are doing currently. Thank you so much, sir, for connecting with us. And I'm sure कि इस episode के बाद we'll try to connect with you again so that we can talk in a more unfiltered way, so that I actually get to know the secret successes that you have. Thank you so much, sir, for connecting with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Jai Jagannath.